picked up on the fact that the GR Yaris's seating position is not very ideal. That's due to a number of factors, the seat being very high and the fact that the wheel boss doesn't come close enough towards you. So what I've decided to do is to scrap the standard boss system altogether and go with this, an adapter kit. So what we have here is a replacement steering wheel, and this addresses part of the problem with the steering wheel where it's a bit narrow and your hand can click the buttons as you're going along and as you're turning, so it's not the best designed steering wheel for racing. So we're replacing it all together with this. It has two buttons on it, which we're going to have a horn and a flash function, which you'll see later. And then we have an adapter. This is a 3D printed mount for the buttons. So the buttons that are existing on the current steering wheel, we're going to replace them and put them here, and this will sit behind the wheel. And then of course you have the adapter plate itself, so this fits on to the standard spline mount which is in there and turns it into a 70mm PCD, which is a standard racing wheel format. So here's how it goes together. We've got the adapter, button plate, and then wheel boss extender, and then the wheel will fit onto that like so. And that allows us to optimize the driving position and get it closer to what we want it to be. And yes, the seats and the height of them will be addressed very soon in another video. Okay, so I'm currently sat in the standard car. The seat is in its lowest position and the steering wheel is as close as it comes. And in this position, my legs are in a fairly comfortable position. I'm a little bit high, but I can reach the clutch. All the pedals are easy to get to. But for the steering wheel, it's a long way away. I don't have good mobility on the wheel. It's hard to stay on top of it and really feel like you're in control. So you end up hunching and you're not in a good, strong driving position. So with the boss kit and the adapter, that'll bring the wheel a bit closer and give me that better driving position. Okay, so I'm on my way to go and fit the steering wheel and say the word position an unbelievable number of times. Now, I would be doing this myself, but airbags terrify me, so I'm getting some help from someone who actually knows what they're doing. I'm here at Prestige Auto Technic with Atta, ready to make my first modification in addition to the ones that Shmi has already done to the GR Yaris. I can't wait, here we go. That's step one done. We've got the centre and the airbag part out. Now on with the rest of it. Now with the wheel off, you can see that spline on the car, which matches up with the spline in the mount there. You can see that there. So this will slot on there and then the wheel bolts onto the pattern there. We've now got this bottom cover off and expose all the wiring. So we're now ready to wire in the buttons and mount the steering wheel. So we hit our first snag fitting the steering wheel where we couldn't align the splines. There wasn't a marking on the adapter kit. So what we've done is we've just put the wheel on briefly to get a feel for it and check that it is all straight. So we're now hoping that is done. The wheel is now fitted and it's just the wiring of the horn and the flash button to go. I've now got a chance to sit in the car just before we torque and tighten everything up. So how does it feel? Much, much better. It's as close as it comes on the boss at the moment and it feels fantastic. I'll probably even push it further away so we have solved the big issue. We've just started the car up to test it and thankfully there are no warning lights. It's a bit antisocial revving that. Some people. We've just finished the wiring of the horn and the flash to the buttons on the wheel. So give it a beep and give it a flash. Oh, lovely. Unfortunately, just as we went to do the final tightening and torquing of all the bolts, as we turned the wheel, we found that one of the wires was snagging and wasn't fully happy going from full lock to full lock. So we're now just addressing that and taking the wheel off again. As the sun is setting, we are still here at Prestige Auto Technic. The wires on the steering wheel for the horn and the flash just are not playing ball. As you turn, they catch on little clips and cowling, and it seems like they don't want to be there. We're going to call it a day today, and maybe in future we'll get back to it and hopefully reprogram those buttons. But for now, I'm going on a track day very soon, so we just need the wheel on, because being able to steer the car is more important than being able to flash people. The steering wheel feels amazing. The smaller radius gives me more feedback and a firmer wheel, and the grip of it is much better. I'm not accidentally pressing multimedia buttons halfway through a lap. It changes your attitude on the car, and it changes the way you feel and manhandle it. Really, really pleased with the steering wheel.